Welcome to Dream Small. I'm Jason.
And I'm Whitney.
In a world challenging you to chase big, we dare you to dream small.
We're a family of 8 who's fostered, adopted, and stumbled our way through learning that small, everyday choices can change lives.
Join us as we share stories and encouragement to help you live out your purpose. Well, we are finally recording our first episode.
Here we are.
We did it. We made it.
We did.
Well, welcome to Dream Small, the very first episode of Whitney and I's podcast, where we're going to share a little bit of our life and challenge you guys, our life as foster parents and adoptive parents and just parents in general, and also challenge you guys to dream small like we have.
Yeah, so I just want to welcome you here and thank you for joining us and listening, and I hope we can be an encouragement for you, maybe a source of refreshment, maybe just a laugh in your day, but regardless why you're here, we're glad you're here.
About us, we have 6 kids currently. 6.
A family of 8.
6 kids. If you have seen the play,
Fiddler on the Roof.
5 daughters. 5. So we feel the same way. But it's 6 kids.
6 kids.
6. We have our 2 oldest are our 2 bios. We have adopted 2. They are 6 and 3. Sorry, I'm just organizing all the kids.
We just had some birthdays, so it takes a minute.
And then our 2 current foster kiddos are somewhere there in between. We have fostered a grand total of
12 children. One of them is a returnee, and we have welcomed our home to several other children through respite care. So yeah, I've been a mom of many.
Mom of many, father of many. So that's a quick just snapshot of us. Why are we doing a podcast?
Yeah, Jason.
Great question. I like to talk. And well, Whitney was a connections director at our church, and she made the sacrificial decision at the end of December, beginning of January, to come back home. That with this many kids, she wanted to come back home. And
well, maybe we should be real blunt here. God made that decision for me. Very, very clearly.
Yeah.
I did it.
But you listened.
Yeah. God
could have chosen not to listen.
True.
She came home. Whitney is a very influential person that people like to hear from. So I started to push her. Let's do a podcast. I like to talk, and I can get you into it. That's how a podcast idea came along. And then one day I was driving my 3 kids to school, and a song popped on the radio I'd never heard of, and it is Josh Wilson's Dream Small. And if you've never heard this song, I encourage you to go listen, but it struck me in a way that almost brought me to tears.
Yeah, I definitely encourage you to look it up. Like Jason said, it's Josh Wilson, Dream Small. But to give you a little glimpse of it, the chorus is dream small, don't buy the lie, you've got to do it all. Just let Jesus use you where you are, one day at a time. And that kind of is exactly why it spoke to us, because you don't have to do the big stuff to make a big difference, right? So
in the direct defiance of our current culture that constantly is pushing everybody to do the big things, the bright things, the things you can post about on social media, dreaming small is really important. And it's a message and an idea and acts of faithfulness we really want to put in front of other people. A lot of folks will do the things they'll want to save the world, but they don't want to serve their neighbor. God isn't calling us just to big stages and huge platforms. He's calling us to faithfulness in our homes, our neighborhoods, and in all of the little things. Because let's be honest, that's where the real impact happens.
Every single day, we have so many opportunities to love people well and serve people right in front of us. Whether it's surprising someone with a $10 gift card to a coffee shop that you can easily text them, or smiling at a neighbor that you've never spoken with and striking up a conversation, or bigger stuff, mowing someone's yard. There are so many opportunities to serve and love others well. Bringing dinner to a family that just had a baby, or that maybe just welcomed in a new child to their home, or that just might be going through a hard time, right? There are so many opportunities to bless people near us, within our home, within literally the walls of our home, and also outside of them.
Just think about the people in your neighborhood, your community that needs served. A widow that just wants some company, a widower that just lost his wife and needs help plowing his driveway in the wintertime, a single mom that is at the end of her wits, giving her a break, letting her go out and get a coffee by yourself or an evening with friends. There's all kinds of ways you can do small things. You don't have to be a foster parent. I would encourage you to consider it because I think we need more of them. But not all everybody is called to be a foster parent. Serve a foster family. Go to your church. Ask them who needs help. Do you have a skill that somebody can use, like an electrician or a plumber, or one of those really smart skills that I don't have? Like if you have something like that, find somebody who needs help.
So tying it back to scripture, Zechariah 4:10 says, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." So it says right there, God rejoices in small beginnings. He loves when we start something good, even if it's tiny. Even if it's baking cookies or buying store-bought cookies and delivering them to a brand new neighbor on your street, that's okay. It's a small beginning. It's an olive branch. It's reaching out. It's sharing a smile, making an impact. God measures that impact differently than we do. He sees the heart and our faithfulness behind the act. He's not looking at the size of our act.
I mean, let's be honest. Who doesn't like getting extra cookies?
I mean, right?
We all like cookies. I mean, small beginnings. If you had told me 7 years ago when we started this foster care journey that we would one day have a family of 8, which includes 6 kids and not a lot of dogs counted in that number, I probably either would have laughed at you or thrown up. When we started this, we had zero intention of ever having a giant family. We didn't get in it to have a giant family. We got into it just because we saw a need and we wanted to answer that call.
Yeah, we truly went in with our hands wide open. We didn't go in with any intention. We went in knowing we were just called to show up and say yes and to serve. And every single day, that's a choice. We wake up and we have to decide to surrender our needs and our wants to serving God and serving other people.
We'll start to put a bow on this first episode. One thing I want to just remind everybody of is so many people feel like what they do does not matter. But I can assure you, based on what we've seen answered in our life, God rejoices when you take care of that baby, when you show up for that friend, when you do the right thing when nobody is watching. And that's what we're talking about. So we're going to share stories of foster care, bloopers, heartaches, tears, funny moments,
lessons, everything in between.
Yeah, we're just sharing our lives here to show you guys that it's not always pretty and that yeses lead to more yeses and they lead to big impacts. But also we want to encourage you in whatever way God has called you to dream small, that you would do the same. Next episode, I think we're going to share how we got into foster care and our first placement.
Yeah, that sounds like a good starting point.
And we will get social media set up so you guys communicate with us, because I would love to hear what people want to hear about. I know what I think people want to hear about, but I've been wrong once or twice.
And I'm always shocked that people want to hear.
Yeah.
Because our life is crazy, but if people truly want to hear and if they truly feel that there's benefit there, let's do it, right? So we've always said we are an open book, and we truly are. So we're excited to get to share some of our journey with you, some of our story with you. And like Jason said, if there's something specific you would love to hear about, we'd be happy to talk about it. So this week, I would love to challenge you to think of one small thing that you can do to love someone well. And I want you to trust that God is going to use that. And if you're bold enough, I would love to hear what you come up with and how you bless someone and how you see that bless you in return.
All right, guys. Hopefully next week or the week after, we'll have episode number 2 in your ear holes. Thanks for listening.
Dream small.